Hi everyone, my name is Antonia and today I will present you the idea behind my research project. What does the face tell us? Usually we associate it with identity. Do I know this person? Does this face look familiar to me? But not only that, we also analyze facial expression in our social life interactions. Was this joke funny? Did I say something annoying? However, a face can tell us much more than we think. A face can be considered a window to our DNA. That's because during early stages of fetal development, face formation genes are expressed, and it is estimated that up to 40% of the genetic disorders actually produce alteration in the normal morphology of the face. Then why are we not detecting these abnormalities in early stages? The reason is that there exist thousands of genetic syndromes with different types of symptoms and phenotypes. Some of them are really rare, so the frequency is really low, and some of them has really low patterns, subtle patterns. So in consequence, it's almost impossible for clinicians to know every syndrome and relate it with the associated facial syndrome. So what it usually happens is like these syndromes are actually of an unknown cause, and it needs a lot of tests to actually arrive to the correct diagnosis, ending up with a late diagnosis when the children are already 10 years old or even more. So what we are proposing in my PhD is to perform an AI face-based genetic screening to detect these abnormalities at early stages. How we are going to do that? What we are proposing is to reconstruct the 3D facial morphology from 3 images of the babies and analyze the abnormal patterns of these reconstructions. We even try to perform this even early using 3D ultrasound images. This analysis has several problems and limitations, such as data availability and data quality. But we also are really interested in facial expressions, as we don't want to detect them as possible abnormal patterns. So we want to analyze them in the neutral expression. For that, we constructed the Baby X, that is a facial expression model that let us control identity and expression separately. So what we have is that we can have the same identity under different expressions and different identities under the same expression. The problem with the presented model is actually that the obtained spaces of either the identity or the expression are not Gaussian. So that doesn't have like 2 properties that we are really interested in. That is the creation of new samples and the detection of outliers to alert to the clinician of possible abnormalities. So to solve this problem, what we actually did is to improve this model with normalizing flows that let us Gaussianize these spaces. So at the end, we have the properties that I mentioned. So here we can see some of the synthetic babies that we actually have generated with this model. So we can see that we obtain realistic identity and expression, and also we can go from extreme expressions to neutral expressions. To summarize the project, what we actually are doing is to reconstruct the 3D from ultrasound imaging and 2D images, and then analyze them to help the clinician to distinguish between normal and abnormal faces. And we are actually also highlighting the patterns of these abnormalities. Thanks for your attention.